First thing I think I want to talk about is the aliens that are coming to Earth.
Wait, aliens?
Aliens are coming to Earth, and I'm so excited. Did you hear about this? Did you actually hear about this one, or?
A friend of mine has sent a couple of these little videos saying that we have this huge 12-mile long alien ship coming.
I wrote down the name.
And they're hostile.
They're hostile?
Saying that these aliens are upset.
But why do they have to be hostile?
Well, how do you know they're hostile? They're still 4 million miles away.
It's called 3-Eye Atlas. But that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe they're friendly.
Well, how do they know they're hostile?
Maybe they want to just trade for oil.
I mean, they definitely could.
Or maybe somebody just wants us to be feared of something that's coming in time. Because we were feared.
That's what some people are saying. This is just a distraction.
Well, we were feared about other things.
But they're saying this is the third object that they have found.
Intraterrestrial.
That they believe is outside of the solar system.
Yeah.
So things can't go from solar system to solar system?
I mean, so I heard that, and I said, this is the third object that has been...
That we know of.
That's what I was going to say. That we know of. But once again, let's go back into technology we talked about in previous episodes. I mean, how long were we... We're about to get some angry comments about this one. How long were we tracking potentially interstellar objects in space?
Probably as long as we've been tracking the world climate.
World temperatures. So if you're saying this is the third, no, this is probably the
it could be 3,000.
Yeah, it could be, and we just have no idea.
But it is 12 to 15 miles wide.
I think they said there was the size of Manhattan.
Yes, and so if that thing's full of aliens, there could be a problem. I'm going with they're friendly. Don't worry about it.
The thing
you heard it here
that
first.
Back in 2017, there was another interstellar object that was detected, and this scientist, Avi Loeb, I apologize if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, he found that one, and he was very, very adamant that it was a interstellar probe sent by aliens, because it was shaped like a cigar. Supposedly, it had a very oblong shape. It didn't have a comet trail and all this stuff. So he said that this was a probe to check out the solar system. Our solar system.
And that's possible.
If there are aliens on their way, I would like to be the first to invite them to our podcast.
Gents talking current
events. We'll let them experience a beautiful Romeo and Juliet cigar, the Gulf view. It could be better. Could be better.
It's going to be called, change our name, Gents and Aliens Talking Current Events.
That's great. But so they found this one back in 2017, and he was pretty adamant that it was not of this, not of just normal creation. And then he's saying that again, and there's a lot of other scientists that are totally against him and his idea.
What my question is, this is so far away that they can see it, and it looks like a dot moving, so it's irregularly traveling.
That's what they said.
It doesn't fit the normal scope of things. But what I'm saying, how do you already know they're mad at us?
Oh, you're saying that
they are saying that
they're actually saying that? Yes, I thought you were joking.
I read an article that said that scientists are saying that this could be of a dire threat to Earth,
or
and
they're
we should
confrontational.
Prepare. Yeah.
How do you know that?
You don't know that.
You don't know.
And that it's supposed to be real close to the Earth come November. So, I don't want it to mess up Thanksgiving.
Just in time.
You want to mess up Thanksgiving?
That is my favorite holiday.
You just don't want it to mess up Thanksgiving,
right? Thanksgiving.
You like Thanksgiving?
Yes, because you eat food, and I don't have to buy anyone anything.
That's a really good point.
I don't buy anybody anything anyway.
Well, okay.
But so now this gentleman is saying that this is another today. It was
today's scientist.
Today's scientist, he not 2017, but today the same exact scientist, Avi Loeb, is claiming that same exact scientist. He's claiming that this is the second ship after the probe had been sent out. Okay, but there's a couple things I have to say.
And he says that it is 0.005% chance that it is natural.
And the reason why he said that, because I watched one of his reports, and maybe it's different from what you read or saw. The reason why it is that because of its trajectory. It's going into our solar system. When it is the closest to Earth, it's going to be actually behind the sun at the perfect angle to where we can't observe it. It's coming from an opposite direction of our
Why can't we observe it?
Because it's going to be behind the sun when it's closest to us. So we can't. So when it's closest to us, we can't look at it at its closest path to us. You know what I mean? And then because it's going to be behind the sun, so it's going to be eclipsed behind the sun. And then not only that, is it going past Earth? Is it going past the sun and that trajectory? It's also going to go past 3 major planets, really, really close, and they're really, really close in terms of space distances. And they're saying that he was saying that it's the perfect trajectory to get the most information out of one shot.
But if that's all they want to do is just get information and keep on moving, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
But also,
but wait,
how do we know that it's on that? How do we know that
information.
it's so far away? How do we know that it's in that trajectory?
I don't know. I'm not
If
smart enough
it's
for that stuff.
irregular,
I'm
and
not smart enough
maybe
for that.
whatever space somehow, if the neighboring solar system this came from, maybe when you somehow lodge out of that solar system, which you're not supposed to, right?
What do you mean lodge out?
Like you get out of another.
Yeah. He was saying it's uncommon for debris that large to have come from another solar system twice because of the one back in 2017. So he's saying the fact that it's got this irregular trajectory, the fact that it's so big, they supposedly say there's not a comet trail behind it, that it has to be was like 0.1% that it's natural. But how do you know? Like how are you looking at that and knowing what's going on? I mean, our science in reference to astronomy is, I would assume, is pretty good if you're able to project trajectories like that. But at the same exact time, if people are saying it's hostile, you have no idea.
No. We're supposed to trust the science, though, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to trust the science.
Of course.
But I also looked up, and probably a very, very, very good majority are just like, this guy is just trying to get his time in the limelight. He got a lot of attention when he said that other one was an alien ship. Of course, he's going to say it's the same thing again. But to that point, let's say that aliens from another solar system shot a probe just to see if there was any life in this solar system.
And somehow they detected us.
And they
because
detected
we have
it.
all these sound things going on.
And let's say they did detect us. I would be, once again, I'm not going to do the math. I'm just trying to think logically. Even if you were traveling at the speed of light, which is not possible, maybe.
Well, it's not possible for us, but maybe it's
maybe for them.
for aliens.
But even if you were traveling at the speed of light, it's not going to be, how long is that? That's 6, 7 years, 8 years? You're telling me that they shot that probe out, they waited for that probe to get there, then that probe relayed information at the speed of light back to them, and then they were able to shoot off a spaceship to get back to us all within 80 years?
No. So this is Lindsay, my wife, said that she heard on one report that they think that this thing's been traveling for 1 billion years.
1 billion.
And how do you know that?
Well,
you don't know that.
Unless they're on a different time frame.
Could our time and their time not be equal?
No, it has to be equal. No, in reference to what is a minute, what is an hour, it's different. But in reference to the way things just progress, the way things just there's a start, there's a there's a future, there's a past, and there's a present. They're still on that, but their hour may be different because they revolve around the sun differently. Is that what you guys are asking?
Yeah, but I don't know.
You can't break the laws of physics to allow a spaceship to get to us.
Then if it's been traveling for 1 billion years, no one's alive on it.
No, that's probably, or if to that point they're so technologically advanced that that's their city, that's their whole world. They're just living on this thing and they're self-sufficient on it.
We're also talking about a scope of space and time that's so outrageously massive because
I can't process it.
No.
Yeah, someone sent me something that said if you get in a car, you drive 70 miles per hour, and you drive to the nearest star besides the sun, it takes like 4 million years.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy.
How long does it?
It's so expansive space is just beyond
light
a
travels
human
to
consumption.
us in like 7 minutes
From the sun.
from the sun. But they did say it was something crazy on how many years it would take to get to the next sun.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say is, let's say that these aliens are closest to the sun. They shot a probe out, got information that we were here. That information got back to them, and they sent out another ship to then come to us.
So, well, I mean,
that wouldn't have happened because light, like even just in
but
general,
what happens if it was
information takes so long to get back to them? 8 years.
8 years. Why is that what they said?
It was 2017, 2025.
Oh, I see those numbers. So But maybe they did. Maybe they waited for it to come back, got the information, and then sent the ship. Because I liken us going into space and what we've done to space in the time frame of like the Europeans coming over to America when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. So when he left, like a lot of time went by for him to come here and find us and go back. And then a lot of time took place for the next group to come.
Crusade
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to us,
That took forever.
today, we have better technology where we just fly to England in 6 hours. Where back then it took months and months, a year, to come
I get
here
it.
and go back.
I mean, it's
So for them, maybe they have a faster process, or
you also have weird stuff happening where my mind thinks you got an anthill right over here, right? And these ants are doing their thing and they're bee hopping around. They're communicating. They're doing everything. I come over here. I notice there's an anthill. I got a rake and I poke at it. And then I go to the garage and I'm going to get some ant spray. Well, how long to them did I go from poking the anthill to going to my garage and coming back?
I get it.
Did it seem like that was
because an ant lives how long?
absorbing a long period of time, and that didn't make sense to them? It may just this might not make sense to us.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I just don't. I just,
But it would be kind of cool.
no, it wouldn't.
They come and they land,
It would ruin everything Trump's doing.
They're coming for
and
our
we
Bitcoin.
send Trump, and they'll go away. As soon
We
as
sent Trump.
we send Trump to them, and then they'd be like, "We're gone.
No, they'd be like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing in the world."
It's gonna be big,
Just
It's
don't
gonna be
take,
beautiful.
just don't take my
This
Bitcoin.
big beautiful aliens."
The big beautiful aliens.
Um,
But a couple quotes that I got off of the scientist that I wanted to bring up. He says it is too big to be real.
Well,
That's what he said.
I did
He
think
said-
like a 12-mile long
He
ship.
said it's too big to be real, and then he also said it was too well of a selected time to arrive. And in my eyes, if you're saying it's too big to be real, like you're not going off of science, you're going off of, man, this thing is so big. It's space. So if we're talking about the advanced distances between solar systems, why couldn't a rock that big be coming, a comet that big
Wait
be
a
coming
second.
at us?
You're a really big Star Wars fan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
How big were some of those motherships for Star Wars?
I get it.
They were
I get
big,
it, yeah.
right?
But I'm saying for him, he's saying it's not
possible.
it's not possible because nothing out not nature like us, but in the natural solar system, it's too big for it to come from the solar system. What do you mean? Like,
Well, but the other thing is if it came from one solar system to our solar system, maybe it's that path makes it look
bigger.
odd.
Yeah,
There has to be some
like a
kind
red
of,
light shift. You know how if you go driving
Yeah.
away, stars going away, it looks more red, and you can tell all.
Yeah. So maybe it looks like
huge.
it looks huge, or it looks like it's going on an odd path. What is the odd path?
It's saying the odd path is it's one, it's closest to the Earth, which is its target destination. It is behind the sun, so that way humans can't look at it properly, and it's passing by. I think it was Saturn, Jupiter, and Neptune in a
Has
very
the White House got on this?
probably. Well, the White House has technically gotten onto it in some degree. If you
Oh.
want to move on to the next point, or if we,
Sure.
and
Space is just a phenomenal thing to me.
we are once
How
again
is
going
it
to
that big?
tease that some people in this area don't think we've been to the moon, and we've got a special guest. We're just teasing it again because that's going to be a great episode. It's coming soon.
Did we do it?
But then what is that going to do? If an alien came from another solar system,
Then we shoot one of those darts at them.
darn it. If an
the
alien
whole
came
point.
from another solar system, it's not going to make a difference if we're on Mars or Earth at all.
It's a decoy.
It's a decoy.
The
Go to
aliens
Mars.
have come from other solar systems, and they landed on the wrong parts of this Earth, and they left.
Yeah.
They were
And
in the
went to
middle of the
Mars.
desert where it was 122 degrees and it was all stone and rocks. They said, "Pfft, nothing good here." One of them landed in the ocean. Like, unless you want some big sharks and some megalodons, we're out of here too.
And this could be a legit thing that this alien spacecraft is coming. Because I am convinced, and I think I said it in one of our other podcasts, that Elon Musk is an AI robot sent to Earth from another planet.
And they're looking for them.
Or they're looking for him, like E.T. It's E.T. phone home.
Where's Elon?
Or he came here and then
'Cause
he
he's like-
sent message back and said, Come.
He's 58 years old. He doesn't age at all, and he just keeps getting richer. I mean, come on.
But but even to that point, if you got this, if you're talking aliens to us or like us to ants,
Yes.
we don't give a crap about ants. I mean, we did for a little bit. We studied them and stuff like that. But if you're so technologically advanced, you don't need anything we have.
But what if they need a new planet? What if they need?
There are so many other planets. Why are you coming to ours?
But how many planets are like the Earth?
I would assume some. And if you're traveling this far, just take the other exit.
Well, I think that this is the closest exit.
Or what it is, big giant conspiracy.
I'm telling you, it's Elon.
This is what it really is.
Elon called him.
This is what it really is. The moon nuclear power plant is the government actually knows that aliens are coming to Earth.
Yes.
So they made a deal. Trump struck a deal with these aliens. I will put a power plant on the moon for you when you get here to strike a peace deal with them.
Okay.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. I think it's Elon sent out the call back when he was buddies with Trump, and he's like, I'm in charge of the whole world. And they're on their way.
That's sad. Like I said, they're looking for him.
What do you think? So you think what's more plausible, mine or Paul's, in reference to Trump's making a deal, which he does all the time?
I would have believed everything about this whole scenario if they didn't tell me that they're hostile.
Mm-hmm. Why is
that right there is really bothering you?
But you sent me a video about this.
Why would they know that they're hostile? Let them land here. Let them like come off the
ship. But you did watch the movie Independence Day
and get mad.
They were mad at us.
For what reason?
They tried taking over the world. There was a whole war.
Can't they come down with their technologies that they have and say, hey, we're going to just work with you?
Well, it worked out really well for the Indians.
Oh,
right?
I mean,
we came here.
We said we'll give you some land.
We were hostile.
Then they're no more.
Yeah. So maybe they are hostile.
But even if it is 12 miles, big. Whew. But I mean, it's 12 miles. So
what happens? What would these aliens look like? You think
they
look like us?
We got a lot of space.
No, I don't think they look like us. Okay, so a greater question is, do you, forget this story, do you believe the aliens exist?
I believe that there is life outside of our planet. Mm-hmm. At least life. Mm-hmm. Now, intelligent life, maybe not in our solar system. Mm-hmm. But I think there's got to be somewhere out in space.
So we've
some kind of intelligent life.
We've recently went from never seeing a aircraft or something fly like we see drones fly, right? So the old sightings of UFOs, unidentified, flying object. What would it do? It would do exactly what a drone does now. It would come in, it would hover, it would stay still, it would float, it would leave, and it would go right back in. And we couldn't comprehend that because we only could understand thrust and motion in one direction. Mm-hmm. You couldn't comprehend that before because we have never seen it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the old UFOs that we thought we'd seen at one time was just basically the technology we were unaware of. Because now I look at what does a drone do? It comes in.
But technology from who? From our own government?
Well, the technology, just like we were not aware of how to do that.
So it wasn't alien, but it was just a different technology that we didn't know.
Different technology. Mm-hmm. Now you see we wouldn't be so freaked out if I was sitting out here in the middle of the night and something came flying over top of this lake and it sat here and it kind of hovered and it went this way, and then it just took off in that direction. I would just think somebody was flying a drone.
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying. 100%.
So whether it was an alien or whether it was the government back in the day with the technology that
the military.
I'm sorry, the military.
Yeah.
Not we as civilians were not aware that something like that could even exist. Mm-hmm. Were we really thinking it was an unidentified object like an alien craft, or was it our military? Mm-hmm. Because it was just technology like this right here. If some guy come walking in here in 1972 and sat in this backyard with this thing in his hand, and
he thought it came from aliens.
He could type in your name and he could pull up your picture. He could say you live here, you do this, and it was all in his hand, and then he just put it in his pocket and he walked away.
We would be like, he's an alien.
You're an alien.
Yes, you'd be blown away.
But I still think that if space is as vast and as big as, and maybe it's not, maybe it's just the Earth and the sun.
Yeah.
But if it's as big as it is and it doesn't end and it just keeps going and going and going and there's all these different.
But it does have an end. They found the end, and the end is expanding.
Well, okay, but we're constantly expanding. But from here to that expanding spot
It's just ridiculous.
is ridiculous. So all these solar systems and galaxies and everything like that, there has to be an Earth maybe in the same, like the same as the Earth, but in a different time frame. What do you think?
There's
And you can talk about the God factor of it,
okay.
if that hangs you up.
Well, that really would be it. Is just that. Well, first off, let's not go that route. Let's go just like logically. I have not seen evidence that aliens exist, nor have I seen evidence that aliens don't exist, because it's not there.
Okay, but forget about aliens existing that come by us.
No, I'm saying in general.
But what happens
Okay, I
if
get
there's intelligent life out there that is as a little bit less or as advanced as us? I'm not saying that they are technology. I'm just saying if there's life out there, intelligent life, I think sure. But maybe not intelligent enough to send us a probe.
Yeah, I get it. At the same exact time, I would think of it extremely. I would just think of it in reference to the Bible, because that's what I think everything in my life. And in reference to that, God in the Bible never mentions it. I don't think it's anything for me to worry about. It's not something for me to think about. But if aliens from this thing came on Earth, it would not change my faith whatsoever.
But it does. Exactly. But I don't think it has to, because in the Bible, in the beginning, He made light and dark, and then He put the sun and the stars in the sky. So just by that simple reference, right?
Yeah.
Of stars, those stars.
Yeah. God is
Each
infinite.
star has planets going around it. So
who am I to question?
The Bible
that?
focuses on us, but there could be.
Who am I to question what
Maybe
if he
maybe he created something else
if
like
he
us.
did something else? Yeah, 100. Yeah, but my whole thing is I wouldn't be able to give you a yes or no, because to me,
Comment. Let us know. What do you think?
Really,
Intelligent life, aliens? Are they coming to get us? Are they nice? Are they hostile?
definitely not. But that's my whole
Do they
thing.
want our oil?
I think I used to, when I was a lot younger, worry about these type of questions. You would know that I used to worry about these type of questions way too much. Now it's just like
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But if for some reason it got closer and we were able to observe it, and they did say that, hey, we are like
every scientist is saying, look, this is weird.
Like, what do you do? How do you prepare?
You don't. We're prepared as much as we are right now. You just get your nice, pretty suit on, smile, and hope they're not hostile.
Who would greet them?
I don't know. There is a book series that I'm reading called Expeditionary Force.
Maybe Sydney Sweeney should.
Oh,
what do you think?
With some Baskin Robbins in her hand? We'll get to that. But in this book series that I'm reading, aliens did come to the Earth and stuff like that. It's a great book, Expeditionary Force. They find this super intelligent AI. It's all this crazy stuff. But they had to very quickly rush to form some sort of a multicultural, worldwide military, worldwide United Nations, and appointed people to be in charge and to talk and to do all these things. So I think that the world would really quickly forget every squabble that they had.
November will be here soon.
I would hope that we'd forget every squabble that we had. You know what I mean?
Right.
I bet you some places wouldn't, but
right.
I think we would have to do something as a world and figure it out and make contact. Sydney Sweeney's not a bad answer. Yeah. I like that.
Seems to be working for
She could wear her jeans and she could have an ice cream cone.